Welcome to ETE MCQs. Now let us solve a problem based on Laplace transform. Consider the Laplace transform x of s is equal to 2 times s into e power minus 2s the whole divided by s squared plus 4s plus 3. So this is a given x of s for us, and ROC is given as real part of s is greater than minus 1, which means that the inverse Laplace transform should be a right-sided sequence, because you have the pole minus 1 and the ROC is on the right hand side of minus 1. Okay, so it corresponds to a right-sided sequence. So in other words, both the poles we have, it will be probably minus 3 and minus 1, both should correspond to a right-sided sequence. There is an exponential factor e power minus 2s in this problem, so that should be taken considered or related with the time shifting property. So what we can do is, x of s is given for us. Let us take something p of s is equal to, let p of s is equal to 2s divided by s squared plus 4s plus 3, such that x of s is equal to e power minus 2s into p of s. E power minus 2s into p of s. So first we are going to solve for this p of s. So let me take this as number 1 and this one as number 2. This equation as number 2. So from 1 we can go for method of partial fraction and we can find p of t, that is the inverse Laplace transform is p of t, and with the help of that we will be able to find the we can apply it to the second equation, so that we will find the inverse Laplace transform of x of s. So we will end up with x of t finally. So from 1, based on method of partial fraction, so from 1 let us try to express this 1 in terms of factors. So from 1 we can say that 2s divided by s squared plus 4s plus 3 can be written in terms of factors as 2s divided by s plus 3 into s plus 1. S plus 3 into s plus 1. Now applying method of partial fraction based on method of partial fraction, we can rewrite this as 2s divided by s plus 3 into s plus 1 can be rewritten as a divided by s plus 3 plus b divided by s plus 1. So cross multiplying by taking LCM, the denominator gets cancelled out. Finally we will be left with 2s is equal to a into s plus 1 plus b into s plus 3. Okay, now we are supposed to find a and b. The arbitrary constants a and b are to be identified. So when s is equal to minus 3, we will get a. When s is equal to minus 3, in the above equation you will get 2 into minus 3 is equal to a into minus 3 plus 1 plus b into 0. Minus 6 is equal to minus 2a, which implies a is equal to 3, which implies a is equal to 3. So we have obtained a. when s is equal to minus 1, we get in this equation, let us take it as equation number 3. So when s is equal to minus 1 in equation number 3, let us make a substitution. And this substitution when s is equal to minus 3 in equation number 3. To do it in equation number 3. 2 into minus 1 is equal to a into minus 1 plus 1 plus b into minus 1 plus 3. So this becomes a into 0. Finally we have minus 2 is equal to 2b, which implies b is equal to minus 1. Capital B is equal to minus 1. Now we have found out both a and b, which can be finally substituted in this partial fraction. So we have p of s is equal to, it is a divided by s plus 3. A is 3, so you have 3 divided by s plus 3, and b is minus 1. Minus 1 divided by s plus 1. So this is your p of s. Now we can take the inverse Laplace transformation. Before we apply the inverse Laplace transformation, you can notice that we have two poles. One pole is at minus 3, other one is at minus 1. And both should be a right-sided sequence. Only then this ROC will get satisfied. Real part of s greater than minus 1 will be satisfied only if these two happens to be right-sided sequence. So in order to satisfy the given region of convergence, both the terms should be these two should be a right-sided sequence. Both the terms, this should be a right-sided sequence. Also this should be a right-sided sequence. Both should be a right-sided sequence. Based on Laplace transformation, we have Laplace transform of e power minus at into u of t is equal to 1 by s plus a. We know the ROC is real part of s is greater than minus a. The region of convergence is outside minus a. So we are supposed to make use of this formula to compute the Laplace transformation. So this should be used in order to identify the inverse Laplace transformation. Once let me just draw the pole zero plot also for reference, which is given as pole zero plot for the given problem can be drawn as real part of s, that you have pole at minus 1 and minus 3. So 0, you have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And here you have 1, 2 and 3. So you have a pole at minus 1 and pole at minus 3. So you have two poles. A pole is represented by a x. So you have two poles. Now both should correspond to a right-sided sequence. Only then you have the region of convergence outside minus 3 and outside minus 1. So the overall ROC has to be on the right hand side of minus 1. So both should correspond to a right-sided sequence. This term and this term both should correspond to a right-sided sequence, and we are supposed to make use of this formula in order to get the right-sided sequence. So taking inverse Laplace transformation, P of s on taking inverse Laplace transformation becomes P of t, which is equal to 3 is a constant. We are supposed to take the Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 3. That is, it should be like this. Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 3 minus Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1. Now if you take the inverse Laplace transformation, P of t is nothing but 3 times Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 3 is e power minus 3t u of t. E power minus 3t into u of t minus Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 is e power minus t into u of t. So this is your p of t. Okay, now that we have found out p of t and we are supposed to find x of t. Okay, so from 2, I'm just taking the second equation. We have found out p of t. From 2, based on time shifting property, p of t minus 2 on taking Laplace transform, it becomes e power minus 2s into p of s. So this is your time shifting property. This, you will be getting this e power minus 2s into p of s once you replace t by t minus 2 in p, and that is mathematically equivalent to x of t, which implies what I mean to finally say is x of t is nothing but p of t minus 2. When I say that x of t is equal to p of t minus 2, you just take Laplace transform on this, you will get equation number 2. X of t on taking Laplace transform becomes x of s, which is equal to e power minus 2s into p of s, minus 2s into p of s. So the final point is we can say that x of t is nothing but p of t minus 2. Okay, we have p of t here. You take this as equation number 4. So from 4, I can say that x of t is equal to I just replace t by t minus 2 in p of t. So I'll have 3 times e power minus 3 into t minus 2 into u of t minus 2 into u of t minus 2. This is for the first term. The second term is minus e power minus t. Instead of t, again I am replacing t minus 2. And then you have t minus 2 and then you have u of t minus 2. So instead of t, you are just replacing t minus 2. X of t. That is inverse Laplace transform of x of s is nothing but this particular expression. And this one is obtained by making use of the time shifting property. Now you just notice which among the 4 options matches with this. You can notice that option B matches with what we have obtained. So option B is the correct solution for this problem. Option B is correct. Due to this exponential term e power minus 2s, we are supposed to employ the time shifting property in order to find the final solution. Okay, only if you incorporate the time shifting property you can find the